Hi. My talk today is essentially going to be something about that Microsoft is really passionate about. It's really empowering people and organizations to achieve more. And robotics and AI is something that is really changing how work is happening on a daily basis. And one of the big challenges is that I work with retail, and in retail there is a huge challenge. Most people working in retail are challenged by the fact that robotics and AI is potentially going to take jobs away. And one of the things that I kind of work with and I'm very passionate about is AI essentially helps people. And it's not about AI versus humans, it is AI and humans. Artificial intelligence, another way of really looking at it is augmented intelligence like I have here. And what AI does is helps each of us to do what we do even better. There's a lot of examples in retail that I'm going to focus on that really addresses that. This is a picture from a retail store. You've probably seen something like this. You have empty shelves, misplaced products, and so on. And store associates, in addition to their day job of engaging with customers, helping customers, also have to do the rounds of the aisles on a regular basis, trying to actually replace, or rather look for misplaced products and replenish any of the products that need to be replenished. So this really takes time away from customers. So one of the things that a lot of retailers do is try to figure out how can we use AI for actually helping store associates do some of these repetitive, mundane tasks that take away from customer engagement. One of those is really robots in the stores, and this is becoming very popular, where robots with vision capabilities will kind of roam the aisles, look for products that are missing, look for misplaced products, and send notifications to the store associates. In addition to that, the other things like spilled items on the floor, these are disruptive tasks where the store associates do have a lot of things to do, and then there is unplanned tasks like this. Again, robots with AI capabilities do come in really handy in addressing these things. This is an example from, actually this is from Walmart, and there's a few other companies using these as well, where you have robots going down the floor, looking for spills, cleaning up, and they're using AI capabilities really to avoid people, to look for other abnormalities or outliers and things like that that store associates need to be notified about. So as a result, store associates, what we find, are able to focus more on customer engagement. Their skill sets start changing. They're focused more on customer tasks rather than the repetitive tasks. And that's, again, another aspect of it where retailers are really looking at how can we start changing the way store associates engage with customers and do tasks that are more important for the bottom line. Chatbots are another area that a lot of retailers use. They're useful for certain things. For example, when you call a call center for things like what time does the store open? Do you have a certain product? Do you have parking? You don't want to be on hold for about 10 minutes to answer something very simple. So chatbots do have their use, but for certain things, like for example, a customer who's complaining calls in and is then responded to by a chatbot, that's probably not a great experience. So in this situation, what we find is a human at the other end is probably going to do a much better job in engaging with the customer, improving the customer experience. But the challenge that many retailers have is the skill sets needed for that call center person is much higher. The training needed is much higher to be able to respond in a timely manner, to be able to have all the responses very quickly. So as a result, what we're really doing is combining the call center person with a chatbot with AI capabilities. When a call comes in, the bot actually picks up the call, transcribes the call, looks for questions, finds the responses in the back-end systems, presents it to the person so that the person on the phone can actually respond much easier. Another scenario here is in a drive-through. One of the big challenges, as someone working at a drive-thru's got is there's a lot of engine noise in there. There's a lot of ambient noise. And at the same time, they're having a conversation with the customer, and they're keying in stuff into the POS. And as a result, there's a lot of errors. So one of the things that we did with AI is really look at, can we have someone assisting that person? An application that actually listens in, transcribes the call, converts it to a POS. On the left, what you see is the actual conversation it's listening in, transcribing it. On the right, it's converting it to a POS order. So as a result, the employee is just having a conversation. The system is transcribing all of the orders, and the person is now very focused on the customer. So that's, again, another aspect of it as well. So this, I kind of think this is a great example of how AI and a human can actually work together side by side, where you have the transcription happening as well as the order converting right away. Another example is, here you have a store associate. In a lot of cases, the store associate is talking to a customer. They have an application that they use for making recommendations, finding information, answering questions, and so on. But for the most part, while having that conversation, they're engaging with an application. There is no direct connection. What you see here is actually from New Zealand. This is Air New Zealand, and they're using augmented reality and AI. It looks ridiculous, of course, the glasses. But what's really happening is the form factor of these are getting smaller. And you're going to find that the augmented reality glasses are not going to be as big anymore. So what we really find is there's a lot of instances, not only in retail, but in every organization, every industry, there is opportunity for employees to work side by side with AI capabilities and robots. It doesn't have to be a situation where AI is completely replacing people, but there is a lot of opportunity for actually augmenting human capability with AI and robotics. One of the things that we are working actively with organizations is looking for opportunities where, with deliberation, they can actually figure out how can they retrain existing employees for new roles. Because over time, what's really happened is the fact that 90% of us at some point were in farming, and that changed. And over time, what's going to happen is the jobs that we see today will change as well. And it's very important for organizations to be conscious of that and start changing things. Thank you.